Hi, I'm Luke Margolis with Atlantic Health System. Thanks for listening to our latest podcast. On behalf of all the doctors, nurses, and other team members committed to building healthier communities, we're proud to share the latest news from across our system. For health tips and other life-saving information, visit atlantichealth.org.
Welcome to Mind Your Mental Health, a podcast series brought to you by Concern, a part of Atlantic Behavioral Health Service Line. I'm Nick Carter, and I'm here with Sharon Kelly. And this month, we're talking about setting good intentions for the new year and using CBT and SMART goals to do it well.
Awesome. Thanks. Today we want to talk about cognitive distortions. And you know, Nick, that's just a fancy way of saying stinking thinking, right?
I like that phrase. Yeah, cognitive distortions are simply ways that our mind convinces us of something that really isn't true. You know, these inaccurate thoughts are usually used to reinforce negative thinking or emotions and telling ourselves things that sound rational and accurate, but really only serve to keep us feeling bad about ourselves.
Yeah. And I think it's really important to let everybody know that we all have times when we have cognitive distorted thinking.
Yeah. We
usually have a few favorites or go-to distortions.
Why don't we give our listeners a few examples of that?
Yeah, how about black and white thinking?
Uh-oh.
I think we've all had some time when we've done that. And this can be a cognitive distorted way of thinking that can get a person stuck in believing that everything has to be all or nothing. And it misses out on all the various shades of gray in life.
Yeah, it's a pretty rigid way of thinking sometimes. And then how about the shoulds? You know, this can lead to feelings of guilt or shame, frustration, anger, or bitterness.
Yes. I remember my old beloved therapist. She used to tell me, Sharon, you should stop shoulding on yourself when I would say things that should be a certain way or think that people should act in a different way.
And here's another one. How about mind reading?
Ooh, yeah. My husband hates it when I do that. You probably hate it too, Nick.
Yep. Well, this mistaken thinking assumes that we are some kind of psychic, and we're not. Or that we may think others can and should read our minds.
Yeah, that's a double one.
Ooh.
Mind reading and a should statement, right? Yeah.
So the list is long, and at one time or another, we all can get caught up in cognitive distorted thinking.
Yeah. So why is this not so good for our mental health?
Well, cognitive distorted thinking can lead to behaviors that take us away from our best intentions. So as we had talked last time, if we intend to spend time with our loved ones and we're thinking, I never have time, what's the use? Most likely, then I'll give up. I'll start feeling sad, down, and hopeless, and give up trying to find a solution to make that happen.
Yeah, that can easily happen. So how do we change cognitive distortion thinking?
Well, it does take some time and practice, but you know what? It's possible. And we do get better at it as we work on it. You know, first thing is to be able to identify the cognitive distortions in our thinking. And then we challenge that thinking. We look for evidence, and we reframe the thought to something that is more realistic and reasonable.
It's great practice. You know, thought patterns can be changed through a process referred to in cognitive therapy as cognitive restructuring. The idea behind it is that by adjusting our automatic thoughts, we're able to influence our emotions and behaviors.
Nice.
And we should remind folks that Concern can help them identify any cognitive distortions and work on making healthy changes to this thinking habit.
I think that wraps up a good discussion on cognitive distortions. And so tune in next week when we discuss how setting SMART goals is a part of realizing what we'd like in our intention for the new year.
And if you'd like to read more about this, you can check out our newsletter, which is posted on the Concern webpage.
Thanks, Sharon.
Bye, Nick.